something curious here. So apart from the fact that it's using an ID and not a class, which is not a big deal, the only difference is that you use a hashtag instead of a dot, and you can only have the name one time. So you got that, Linder? I don't think you caught that earlier part where I was explaining the difference with the ID and the class. So we see that even an ID is used here, for example, but a class was used here. Why are there two different things? Okay.
Okay, I'll see if I can catch up.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you right now. That the reason for it
Yeah.
is is just showing you that with both of them allow you to apply the styles. Because here we have one, two, three, four of them being used here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We also have a class. Okay. We
Yeah.
have we have a class called container. Right, which we won't probably but fool around with right now. But I'm just trying to
Yes.
show you that they work the same way because as you see here, it's the same way they all have CSS rules
Mm-hmm.
like background color, height, and so on. The only difference is that you access it with a hashtag instead of a dot, and you can't repeat the name. So whereas we can use the name container here multiple times, I could put container in this class, I could put it in the H3 down here, right?
Yes.
You can't repeat the name of a header. So this sorry, not have a header, of an ID. So I
ID.
call this header, I can't use but this name header. And I
Okay.
use this ID a title, I can't use this name anywhere else. Okay, it can't be repeated, must be unique.
Okay.
And that's why a lot of people they think that there is no point in really using IDs because you could always make a unique name for a class as well. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, because you not because you use a class mean that all the classes have to use the same name. You can give them unique names as well. But anyhow, it's just something you need to be aware of as a web developer. It's some people do prefer using classes strictly. But anyhow, having said that, that's the reason why I see the hashtag there. So if that was new to you, that's what that means.
Okay.
Now I want to focus on this one here because it uses a special way of selecting. So you don't just simply have the ID name as a selector here. You also have an element selector here, right? Showing you that it's a tag selector, sorry. So what is this? Just by looking at this here, can you tell me what this is affecting? If you were just to tell me looking at this code here, what is this affecting?
Inline display padding. Um. Inline display padding. One, four, three. I'm not getting that as yet.
Hmm? What does LI stand for? Do you remember?
List.
Yeah. So that means it's affecting a list item.
List item.
So
Okay.
what on the screen I use to visually how this works. If I take out the selector, for example, you notice what changed a while ago? What changed on the screen?
No, I haven't seen any change.
Look at the top. Yeah, can you see my screen share?
I have seen it, but
All
it's
right,
a
look at the top
different
right,
delay.
top right, and watch again. All right, let me put it back where it was before. And now I'm gonna change it.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, got it. Yes,
Right, it's affecting the list. So we want the
yes.
menu to be side by side. So
Okay.
to select that part, what part forms the menu? If you go back to the HTML, the part that forms the menu is the list, right? See the tool LI
Yes,
here?
yes,
See
yes,
them?
yes.
Okay. So what is the segment that they're contained in that would you use to select this what this appearance looks like? What would you select to change the appearance of these two? Give me the
Okay.
actual name. Where that change?
So, list.
To affect these lines, what would you change?
Mm,
Just show you a while ago, in the CSS file. But you can see it right here on this screen as well. So
about
if you
some contract.
are layout or the layout of these are affected, what would you change? What
The
the div? No, you don't have to change the div. Remember, it's a list directly changing here now. So where do these lists fall under. There's something that is over them. What is over them? Every list has a what? Is that an unordered list or ordered list, right?
Yes.
Somebody, you drink from all weekend.
No, I don't drink.
All right. Anyway, see the UL here, Virgin? The UL here? You see it?
Unordered list ID. Yeah. Header.
For ID. So this ID is going to control this list here. So the list. So let me highlight all of where the list is. So this comprises all of the list. You see that there?
Yes. Unordered
That
list.
is, yeah, that block is the list. So that is why in the CSS side you see here header dash nav. That's the name of the ID, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why you tap li because what, you don't want to change anything else but the li. So the list li here is this here, right?
Yeah, about and contact there.
Right. So both, and there are two of them. Say for example, I added a third one. Let's experiment here, right?
Yes.
Let me add a third one. I don't necessarily have to make it be an anchor link, but let me call it about contact. Let me call it gallery or something like that. Gallery. You see that? You see I have an item come up now?
Yeah.
Because it is in the header. So when you give things names, whether class name or ID name, it helps you to organize the code so you know that this section is responsible for the header being up here.
Yeah.
The header nav. But the broader header is at the top here. You see that?
Yes.
So this part covers everything, but then the header is broken down into a subsection called header navigation. That's what the nav is short for.
Okay.
I'm going to take out this third one here because we're not really using that right now. But back to the CSS code. So I'm saying here that the li selector here allows it to only affect the li in this ID area. All right, now the display section. Why was I inline? Because if we don't have inline, normally LIs are in block format.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
So inline. Remember we did the inline formatting when we that exercise with inline to show the flow of things, right?
Yes.
Because paragraph, H1 tags, H2, all the header tags are all the H tags are block elements, so they'll go one above unless you choose inline. So when you choose inline there, it goes side by side, which is what we want. The padding now. Why is the padding put here? Well, let's remove it and see. Look at the top right of the screen, just to. All right, let me save that. And you see that the about and contact code is joined close together.
Yeah.
So remember, we're changing what? The header nav, right?
Yeah.
So if you want space between, why wouldn't we do padding right? Let's see if padding right would have given us the space that we needed. Let's put back the same 20 pixels.
To the left.
All right, we also get some space. Why do you think that happened?
Padding had space around.
Well, remember, padding. Think of padding like a box.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a top, left, bottom, right. So there's also, so you can put padding on the left of the object, which will still create space because the contact list would have padding around it by itself.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see if we can let me see if I can do something here to kind of make it stand out a bit. Normally we don't do this, but I'm just doing something here for the sake of just making it stand out. All right, you see what I did a while ago?
Yes. White background, yeah.
Yeah, because even every element has padding around it, and think of every element as having a box around it. You understand? So that's pretty much how that works. Are you following along? I don't know if you're experimenting along with me, or if anybody else is. Anybody want to pause, ask a question? I know somebody's listening out there.
Sir, gone again, but where you're about and contact inline mine will block and I have the same thing.
What are you using? Phone?
Yes.
Okay. I can stop my screen and you can see.
Sorry, please.